Sam, if you could tell us about the 3 most popular social media sites with tweens and teens and the risks associated with each.
Sure, we'd be happy to. So I think probably top 3 at the moment, I'll go through them. Snapchat, Instagram, and even though it's not a social media, what is completely taking over our kids, all of our kids' attention at the moment is a game called Fortnite. So I'll start with Snapchat. Snapchat came out in 2011. Till this day, in 2018, it is the most popular app that they're using to communicate one-to-one to each other. And of course, their claim to fame was that the Snapchat photos disappear in 10 seconds or less. Poof, they're gone. We know they don't really disappear because we see screenshots of them on other platforms. But I think some of the changes over the past year specifically that have changed the game in terms of school safety, but also how our kids are using it, is public Snapchat story, and the fact that each one of our schools has a searchable public Snapchat story that our kids are adding photos and videos to. Secondly is Snap Map, which allows kids to be able to geolocate their friends and specifically their bit emojis, which is their small animated caricature representation of who their friends are. They can see where they're on a map in real time, down to the square block. So that certainly posed some challenges in the eyes of parents wanting to make sure that their kids are safe online. So we're always making sure that our kids are aware of every single one of their Snapchat contacts, for example. Second most popular app is Instagram. Owned by Facebook. Facebook, of course, is going through some privacy challenges at the moment, and that's had an impact certainly on the way that Instagram operates. But privacy as it relates to Instagram for our kids, it's either you're public or you're private. It's like a light switch in the settings. So we recommend to parents to make sure if their young kids especially are getting into the social media world, they're likely asking for Instagram, make sure that account is private right off the bat, which allows you to control the followers and those that actually want to follow you, and you can approve and deny at a willing basis. Third most popular, just to keep it succinct, is Fortnite, a game called Fortnite. It's part of the Battle Royale type category of games, which is kind of a free-for-all. It is taking over the world. Every student I know at school right now is either playing Fortnite or is annoyed that other people are talking about Fortnite and playing it. All the way from grade 4 or 5 all the way up to college-age students. They're all, it started off as just being a computer game, and then they just recently released both their Android as well as iPhone edition of the game. So there isn't a ton of risks associated with contact with strangers aside from just the gameplay, and relatively it is one of the more creative games that has been released over the last little while. So certainly I think part of the point with parents in Fortnite is just regulating screen time with that, just trying to moderate that and putting limits in place around how, that they're not playing 13 hours a day of Fortnite and, ignoring other areas of their life. So really looking forward to speaking with attendees later this summer in the 3 separate campus safety events across North America, where we will be able to dive into all these platforms and talk about much more around the lives of our kids' digital and social media presences.